Today is kind of a real quick video. We were not planning on putting one together, but some of you may know, some may not. We do moderate, well, we run the page on Facebook. It is everything about Cane Corso, and it's kind of a place where people can go and ask questions. And anyways, we see almost every day, at least a couple times a week on that forum, people asking, what can I feed my puppy to make him gain weight? Is my puppy big enough? And it's really it happens all the time. So I really feel like there's a need to put this education out there. And it's really not what you feed your dog. We have this obsession with big. Everyone wants their puppies to be big. And orthopedically, it's really not good for them to be big. You want them to grow at their predisposed rate, and you want them to grow healthy at a nice lean weight. So when you're trying to ask questions to put weight on your puppy, and you're wanting to add fat, and you're wanting to add satin balls, which are a weight gaining product or food, I guess. It's something that we make. If you're interested in, you can Google satin balls. But its sole job is to add weight, not nutrition, just weight. So we want to avoid that in our puppies, because their joints and their bones and everything are all growing and they're forming, and we don't want to add extra stress to that. So what we want them to be is at a healthy weight. What is a healthy weight? A healthy weight for your puppy is where you can easily feel the ribs, but you can't see them. So maybe if, come here, Jess. Justice is a year old, and this still applies to her. Excuse you, pig. Jess. And so, I don't know if we can see with the sun or not, but if she looks in a certain direction, you can barely see her ribs, but I can feel them really, really easy. So that's where we want them to be, is maybe the dog is looking off to the side, and you're gonna see this rib cage on this side if he's looking off that way. That's perfectly fine. But that's where we want them. You want to be able to easily feel the ribs, but not see them. And that is where your dog is healthy. Your dog isn't going to be the same as somebody else's dog. So when you say, how much does your puppy weigh, and you try and compare it to, 10 other people's puppies to your puppy, not knowing the genetics and the pedigree and even full siblings, it just really doesn't translate. What someone else's puppy weighs doesn't matter to your dog, because genetics is what makes the dogs grow at the rate they're going to grow. Some are going to grow faster, some lines grow slower. Just because it's a slow growing line doesn't mean it's going to be a small dog necessarily. So you have to let them grow at the rate that they're predisposed to grow, so that orthopedically you end up with a healthy dog. So what we see a lot of is everyone is so obsessed with size, and I don't know why. Here in the States, people are so obsessed with, my Corso is 160, 170 pounds. They're not supposed to be that big. That's not what a Cane Corso is all about. This is a working breed. It's an athletic breed. And once you get over that 150 pound mark, there's really not a ton of athleticism. That dog's not gonna run somebody down. He's not gonna go work your cattle out in the field. He's really, by making them so big, and oftentimes those big dogs are obese. If Fig would come back over, I could show you. Fig is a solid 150 pound dog. And we could easily put another 15 pounds on him. But we don't want to, because what we want out of our dogs is we want them to have the longest life that they can and be as orthopedically healthy as they can be. So the heavier you make your dog, you are essentially shortening their lifespan and predisposing them to conditions that they may not otherwise have had. So if you are one of these people who are trying to pump all this food into your puppy because you want your puppy, you want to brag about how big your puppy is at whatever age it is, then you could be making your puppy so that it is going to have orthopedic problems. So if at a year and a half old, your puppy all of a sudden develops hip dysplasia, that's not necessarily your breeder's fault. It's your fault because you kept your dog overweight. And I feel like as breeders, that's our job, is to educate you. And that is another reason why you need to go with a good, experienced, knowledgeable breeder. I cannot emphasize that enough. You may find a cheap dog somewhere and you think, oh, these people are doing great. And I've seen it even on that page, oh, that's the best breeder in the world. And I go look at their page and their dogs are average quality. They do no health testing. They do no sports, and they do no showing or anything like that with their dogs. So they're literally just breeding the dogs. So that breeder is a newer breeder, and they don't have the knowledge. So they're probably not passing on this information to their clients, why it is so important to just let them grow slow. And these are the people who are on there, how can I get my puppy to gain weight? People ask us, what do your dogs weigh? You know what we tell them? I don't know. It's irrelevant. We have a vet scale. It's probably 100 feet from me. It sits there all the time. We rarely use it. You know why? Their weight is irrelevant. When they're growing, Cat, where she took off, I don't know where she's at. She's out here somewhere. She's probably 50, 60 pounds. Her brother Louie, 80, maybe 90 pounds. And those are full siblings. Yes, one's a female, one's a male, but their weight to us, like, I'm giving you guesstimates because I really have no clue, because other than dosing medications, flea and tick medications, things like that, their weight doesn't matter. So we let them grow at the rate that they are predisposed to grow to, and that they are genetically predisposed to grow to. And that is what's going to make you a nice, good, healthy dog and help you to allow your dog to live to its fullest. They already don't live a long life, so we need to do our part in helping them to stay healthy and stay at a good weight and keep them in shape so that they can be around as long as they possibly can for us. There's Biggie. This dog he's 150 pounds easily. He was like 148 last time we put him on the scale, and I think that was like 9 months ago. And so he's just turning 3 this month. So he was obviously still growing. And you can watch me. Hold on. Stand up, Figgy. There you go. You can watch me. You can see my finger fall within his ribs. He's only got a little bit of skin covering. You're not grabbing handfuls of fat. You see when I grab here, it's just skin. He has a nice light coating of fat over his ribs, but it's just a nice light coating. You see how he's tucked up in here? Hang on, Biggie. I know it's really hot out here, bub. He's tucked up in here. You don't want your dogs to be fat. You don't want their bellies hanging down. Now, our dogs do get quite a bit of exercise, so they are also fit. Justice just gave a perfect shot, but Jess, I could actually see her ribs when she turned to the side. Come here. And Justice is just a year old. And come here, babe. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh, you guys aren't going to cooperate. Anyway, you can see her ribs when she turns to the side, and she's at a perfect weight. She's a year old. I don't even know where I would guess her. What do you think? 60 pounds? 70 pounds maybe?
70.
So she's around 70 pounds, and she eats 4 cups of kibble. And that's it. These dogs don't need, if you're feeding a quality kibble, they don't need a bunch of that other crap mixed in their food. So our dogs are on Pro Plan, one form or another, age specific. So they all do great on the Pro Plan. And I was a little hesitant to start with the Pro Plan because it does have corn in it. And, for so long, all the education was no corn, no corn. But it's a well-researched food. A lot of the top people in the country, their slogan is "We feed the champions." It's not a lie. If you get in the show ring, those dogs, a lot of them are on Pro Plan. So it's a good quality food. It's what we can feed, what we can afford to feed because we feed so many. If I had a choice, I would feed Farmina. I think it is a superior kibble. We can't afford to feed that to as many dogs as what we have. So our puppy families who are able to do that, we're really thankful that they are able to provide that for them. But other than that, they get a vitamin. We use the New Vet vitamins, and I can put a link down in the comments or in the description actually of the video of the New Vet vitamins that we use. And it's not a weight gainer, it's not a protein supplement, it is just strictly a vitamin. And the reason we give that is because it will make up for any inefficiencies that the food may not provide. So we feed a kibble straight out of the bag and a simple multivitamin. And it's that easy. If your puppy needs anything other than that, then you may want to look into the fact that they could have some underlying health condition. So keep them at a healthy weight. They should be on an average amount of food. Give them a general vitamin supplement if you want to. And stop obsessing over them being so big. They're not supposed to be that giant. Let them grow slow. Let them get to their maturity that they're going to mature to genetically. And if you specifically want a big dog, then you need to make sure that your breeder has big dogs and that they breed big dogs, and make sure that they are going to guarantee those big dogs orthopedically, because they are more likely and more prone to breaking down sooner than the other ones. So know what you want. Go to a breeder that knows what they have and what they produce. Let them grow slow, and just let them be genetically what they're going to do. Let them grow. Let them be kids. Let them grow up. Let them have fun. Keep them regular, moderate exercise. No forced exercise. No additional calorie supplements. No protein supplements. None of this stuff. Just, it's really super simple. Keep it simple, I guess, is the message here today as far as our puppies and growth is concerned. Hopefully this will answer questions for some people, and if you think other people need it, like the video, share it to anyone who it can help. Like I said, we get that question every single day on the forum. So obviously there's a lot of people that don't know that their breeders don't share this information with them. So as I said, like the video, share it, give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe if you don't already. We have a lot of videos we want to do. We recorded 2 this past weekend, and the microphone wasn't on. So we have that challenge. We have to try and reshoot that, which we can't really reproduce all of it because we had a couple trainers in that we interviewed, and that's unfortunately gone because they were from kind of a long distance away. But we're going to bring you some videos on neutering, on not purchasing dog training online. Do not purchase dog training online, and I will tell you why in the videos. All these little links you see to purchase dog training, stop doing that. Don't do that. You don't need to do that. We can get it to you for free. So, neutering, not buying dog training online, and there was something else that I can't remember right now. Anyways, if you're curious about my shirt today, this is what else we do here at Worldwide Cane Corso. My husband started a ball python breeding program, basically. So if you want to check out the snakes, you can just put in patent pending pythons in the YouTube search, and it'll take you right to that channel, and you'll see more of the same location, because that's what we do here. I was terrified of snakes 2 years ago, but they're super cool. I'm really into genetics, and you'll see some really cool colors. We've got some that are purple and yellow and pink and yellow and orange and black and yellow and black, and they're really pretty cool. So check it out if you desire. Otherwise, no harm. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, we appreciate it.